All right, so today we're reporting on Dalvin Cook, the running back for the Minnesota Vikings, highly productive, drafted in 2017, so going into his 7th year or 8th year, I believe. Anyway, so he actually is rumored to be on the trading block. There was some trades that were rumored to be in the works between Minnesota and the Miami Dolphins. And also between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. If no deal comes to fruition by the end of either this week or next, he is going to be cut by the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure that he would have a large market. You know, he's one of the most explosive and productive running backs in the NFL. But what has led us to this point? You know, it's kind of surprising to think about, especially at this juncture of the offseason, why he would even be considered moved, or why they would even be considering to move him. One of the things is cap space. Of course, they have Justin Jefferson, a guy who they are hoping to re-sign. If you look at the wide receiver market, it has exploded over the last few years. Justin Jefferson is in contention as the best wide receiver in the league. So he's looking to make over $30 million a year. They're going to need some cap space for that because Minnesota right now is one of the teams with the lowest amount of cap space in the league. That could change, of course, if they got rid of Kirk Cousins, but that's speculatory, of course. So getting back to Dalvin Cook, he's scheduled to make around $10 million this year, and cutting him would save a decent amount of money. But would it be worth it? I mean, the Minnesota Vikings, of course, last year, at one point, people saw them as Super Bowl contenders. But then they finished the year as the 3rd seed and then got upset by the New York Giants in the wild card round. This year, you know, they traded away Zadarius Smith, amongst other things. Have they really improved? You know, are they still one of the best teams in the NFC? I mean, I think it can go either way. You know, to me, they look like they should still be a playoff contender. But, you know, if you get rid of one of your best playmakers, then, I mean, that would be a big blow, I think, without having Dalvin Cook on your team. I mean, I think that just might put you under the water, and this could potentially be a rebuilding year for them then, in my opinion. I mean, you can't just throw the ball to Justin Jefferson 20 times a game and think you're going to win, especially when you got a guy like Kirk Cousins, who to me, he's a mid-tier quarterback, good but not great. Good is not going to be good enough to carry you to the heights that you're looking to see. And so, again, you need a great running back to lean on. They don't really have any proven weapons behind him. So this is a head scratcher, to say the least, if he is, in fact, released. Now, if they were able to get good value for him through a trade, I could understand, you know, hey, let's get a 1st or a 2nd rounder for him, you know, a decent pick. I could understand why you would consider moving him if you don't think you're going to re-sign him. Plus, we all know the shelf life of running backs. You know, they get ran into the ground pretty quick. So if you can get something in return for him while saving that cap space, that makes sense. But if you can't get anything in return for him, why release him at this juncture of the offseason? Why not wait to see what you can do with him this year and then revisit the situation next year? That just makes the most sense to me. So what are you guys' thoughts? You know, drop comments, likes, whatever. Should Dalvin Cook stay? I mean, do you support that move? Where are my Minnesota Vikings fans at? What are your guys' thoughts on this? And then also, if he is in fact released and or traded, where would you like to see him go? What gives him the best opportunity to be successful, and what team would he make the biggest difference on? Jump in the comments and let us know. We are going now. Drip Sports. Shout out to all my drips.